not eating and keeping up his electrolytes and stuff, and you know, and his albumin's like so low. It's like it's been going on for a while. Has he been eating? I don't think he's been eating good at home and doing pretty. He hasn't been doing good.
No.
You know, so like he went back into, you know, atrial fibrillation most likely. This morning we're getting an EKG done. But, you know, we're having to, you know, replace the electrolytes and do different things. And he's so swollen because he doesn't have enough protein in his body to kind of keep his fluids inside of his vessels. So I've been trying to even get some of the fluid off.
So is it weeping again, or is it something different?
What do you mean? Like
He was
skin?
weeping.
No, it's not. It's, I mean, he just has it all over because of the low
He's
albumin.
just retaining the fluid.
He's just retaining the fluid because of the, you know, he's just not eating enough and not, you know, different things. So, I mean, I already talked to him about like code status and different things, and he wants, you know, no resuscitation, no intubations, no CPR, that sort of thing, and just kind of trying to gauge, you know, what all our goals of care is and what all that we want done, or what, not what I want, but what, you know, you all as a family, you know, want for everything. So that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about. It's just that he's just not looking as good as.
Okay, and they said that there's an infection again.
Yeah. So
is
it looks like that.
Pneumonia, or is it somewhere else?
So it looks like pneumonia, but he was already treated earlier this month. It could be, you know, either residual or the fact that he, I don't know, just laying down and different things like that. You can get it as well. So.
Are you going to do antibiotics? Because I know if you did the antibiotics, the C. diff was a result of the antibiotics. So what do you do? I mean,
so, you know, like I was telling them, it's like it's one of those catch-22s, you know, as to where you treat the underlying infection, but it also increases the risk of things like C. diff. It also increases the risk of resistant organisms, you know, and stuff like that. So again, it depends on what all you want and how aggressive that you want everything done.
Okay. So what is the next step?
So the next step, we ordered an EKG. We're giving him some magnesium, replacing his electrolytes. Probably start him on like some Levaquin or something for this pneumonia, and just going from there, making sure he doesn't have a urinary tract infection. But
is the catheter still in?
He does.
Did they replace it? Because yesterday it was leaking.
They did. They replaced it. Yeah.
Okay. So no problems with that now. At one point, he was having some sediment in his urine. Is that better?
So I haven't rechecked it yet.
Okay.
So I was going to send a repeat urine, but it looks like it's probably due to this pneumonia thing, but we'll check it and see.
Okay. So there's no possibility that it could be like a staph infection?
I mean, it could be anything.
Because, you know, last year he was treated for staph on his butt, and it took a long time to get that cured.
Yeah, it can be just much of, it could be like a lot of different things. So until culture results come back, we don't really know.
Have y'all cultured his butt at all?
I don't think he has any open lesions on his butt from what I'm told by nursing, so.
Okay, so you don't think it could be that? Okay.
No.
And what about the AFib? You just treating it with medication?
Yes, so again, we're getting the EKG to confirm first that it's AFib. For him, he would have to probably go back on the amiodarone drip and all of that stuff. So
He's taking the pill form though, right?
That'll be stopped and started back on the.
But he has been taking the pill form. So you don't think there's anything as far as infection-wise to do with the valve replacement?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No.
Checked him for that.
Yeah, they did a TEE.
Oh, did you? I mean,
and they thought that like what they were seeing was probably like redundant because you have like the chordae, which is think of it like the strings holding the valve and stuff. But that's most likely what they're, you know, what they saw.
So they said something about vegetation, but there wasn't.
That's what I was saying about that they don't think it's.
But
vegetation.
That's not the problem. Okay.
I don't think so. If that was, he would be a lot sicker than what he is. He would have fevers. He would have the persistent white count. White count actually got better, even though he hasn't had antibiotics in a while. It actually gotten better. Also, his blood cultures were negative too when he first came in, and they repeated them as well, and they've been negative. So, yeah. So that's where we are right now.
I just, the trouble problem we got is my environment.
Hmm?
I don't like the food in hospitals downtown. Just can't eat it.
No, but unfortunately, while you're here, either, you know, they can continuously bring you stuff, or, you know, I mean, I started him on like a little appetite stimulant like last night, but that takes some time to work. And I was telling him that if his nutrition doesn't improve, the only other thing is like consider like later on maybe, you know, a trial of artificial nutrition or something, through like NG or something like that. So.
What you say is I'm laying here dying.
Well, I mean, you're not getting better, is what I'm saying. And, you know, if we don't see, you know, a lot of improvement, then, and you don't start, you know, going back up, then, you know, we don't, unless we treat all this other, we're treating all this other stuff, but ultimately, if you're not eating and drinking that much.
Every time I try to eat, they find something wrong with me. Every time.
Well, I don't think that's linked to your eating though, Dad.
Yeah, because apparently you were not eating and drinking so hot when you were at home either. You know, so it's not like an acute thing. It's not an acute issue. It's something that's chronic and has been going on for a while.
Yeah, I would say he's probably lost at least 50 pounds.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I can tell. I hear he's lost a lot up in there as well. So, okay. All right. So they should be bringing you all the medications, checking the EKG, and then we'll just go from there. Okay.
Yeah, that's the trouble. I'm not getting any rest all night long. Somebody poking me or giving me pills. Or, they got them different daytime and nighttime.
Yeah. You know, unfortunately, here in the hospital, I mean, they check your vital signs like at 12 o'clock and then at 4 o'clock, you know, in the morning. So, but that's to make sure that you're okay. And then they also do the labs early in the morning as well.
Yeah. They done lab. Had to do 3-4 at a time.
Yeah. I
You
know.
couldn't get no blood.
Yeah. All right.
It just worries you out. Oh,
Yeah.
uh,
That's, you know, because you're dehydrated, so if you're eating and drinking it, then that wouldn't be as bad.
Mhm.
So putting him on fluids, would that just make the
Edema
water
worse. Yes.
make it worse?
It was going to make it a lot worse. He already had some pulmonary edema on the chest X-ray. So that'll make it a lot worse.
So is it congestive heart failure? Because at
No,
one
his-
point they said
No, I
he
don't
did.
think his echo actually looks fine.
Okay.
I think it's more due to the fact that his albumin is so low. Because what albumin does is that it keeps the fluids inside of the vessels, and when you don't have it there, you don't have the oncotic pressure to keep it inside. So so it just kind of flows out into the tissues.
Okay.
Okay? All right, so we're just gonna get that stuff done, see how it goes, and just go from there, okay? Okay, all
All
right.
right, and you have my number. If you have any other updates, you can call me. Okay. Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you. I just need to run to the ICU.
Okay.
Okay.